name is Leonard Lys, and in this video I will be presenting Poracle, a distributed blockchain price oracle. So let's have a look at the content of the video. First, I'll give some context and explain our motivation for this work. Then I will define the decentralized blockchain oracle problem. After that, I will present our proposal, the Poracle network. And finally, I'll conclude on our proposal and make an opening on future work. Okay, let's have a look at the context. So, our work was primarily motivated by what it's called DeFi protocols. DeFi is a term that emerged during the past few years in the blockchain industry. It covers all the protocol which aim to give the equivalent of traditional financial instruments, but on blockchain. We can think of interest earning accounts, exchange and swap protocols, lending protocol, etc. Actually, some people argue that all the current services offered by bank and financial institutions will have their distributed alternative. Okay, so obviously the main problem we face when you want to offer such services is the problem of the trusted intermediary. When you make a loan to a bank or put money in an interest earning saving account, the bank or financial institution plays the role of trusted third party and arbitrator. But when you want to create the equivalent of this instrument on a blockchain, you don't necessarily have access to a trusted third party. So we need to find a distributed alternative. On the blockchain, financial instruments are not driven by a centralized financial authority. Instead, these financial instruments are driven by programs called smart contracts that are deployed on the blockchain. Their execution is automatic and defined by the code of the smart contract. Okay, now let's have a look at what blockchain oracles are. Blockchain oracles are systems that are responsible for inputting off-chain data into a blockchain. In this work, we will focus on price oracle, but the approach could be generalized to any type of arbitrary data. We could think of the result of sporting event, the reading from an IoT sensor, etc., etc. Blockchain oracles can be centralized or decentralized. With a centralized blockchain oracle, a single trusted entity reports the value and guarantees its correctness, while in decentralized blockchain oracles, a set of independent oracles observe value from independent data source and report it to the smart contract. After that, the client extracts the mean or the median value as a result. In this work, we will focus on decentralized blockchain oracles. Okay, so now we will define the decentralized blockchain oracle problem. Okay, so in our paper, we define the decentralized blockchain oracle problem as follows. It's a protocol that satisfies the three following properties. First, the liveness property guarantees that within a time delta after a client request, the protocol will have returned a value. The observation integrity property guarantees that the retained value is in the range of the value observed by the correct oracles. And finally, the uniformity property guarantees the total ordering among the reported values. Okay, so this was for the formal definition of the problem. But in real-world application, we have other design constraints. The first one is source diversity. Obviously, for safety reasons, we want the range of data source to be as wide and diverse as possible. Then we want our protocol to be available, to have a low latency, And finally, a low operating cost. During the past few years, the transaction costs have boomed, and thus we have to be very careful on the number of transactions our protocol implies. Okay, so there are some traits specific to blockchain Oracle that we have to consider in our work. The first one is the freeloading problem or the freeloading attacks. A freeloading attack is when a lazy oracle, instead of gathering data from an independent data source, will copy the data reported by an honest oracle. By doing so, it reduces its cost because it doesn't have to gather data from a source, but it also reduces source diversity. And if if all the oracles in a network copy from the same honest oracle, then we have a single point of failure and the diversity is reduced to 1. Okay. Then another threat is the majority attack. Obviously, if a large coalition of dishonest nodes decide to return a wrong value, then the reported value will be wrong. We have also slippage. Slippage is when you have a significant difference between the reported value and the current value because of latency. And you have source manipulation, is when an attacker manipulates the data source of the oracles. Okay, so let's have a look at the most naive approach we can have to implement a decentralized blockchain oracle. So the naive approach would be as follows. The client requests data to the smart contract. So he makes a request to the smart contract for a price. Each oracle will gather data from a source, and then each oracle will publish the data he has observed from his source to the smart contract. And finally, the client takes the average of the median of the published observation to extract the price. Okay, obviously this approach is functional, but it's very transaction intensive as there are as much transaction as there are oracles. It has a high operational cost, and it is subject to freeloading attacks because a lazy oracle can simply copy the published observation. Okay, so a less naive approach will be to leverage an off-chain oracle network as well as a leader election process to select a single oracle node that will publish all the observation. So the beginning is the same. The client requests data to the smart contract. The oracle gathers data from the source. And then the oracle exchange their observation among the off-chain network. So each oracle will know the observation of each other oracle, but without publishing it to the smart contract. Then a leader election algorithm is applied to select a report publisher, and the oracle selected will publish a report containing all observations from all the oracles. Okay, so it's in this vein that we will present our proposal, the Oracle network. The less naive approach reduces the operational cost because there is only one transaction, but it's still subject to the freeloading problem. So now we will present our protocol that solves all the problems. It leverages an off-chain network to reduce the transaction cost. It uses proof of work to select a report publisher. And it also uses a commit reveal scheme for preventing freeloading attacks. Okay, so the protocol unfolds as follows. First, the client makes a request. The oracle gathers data from their sources, and they hash and sign their observation. Once their observation has been hashed and signed, they broadcast it among the Oracle network. The nodes gather all the hashed sign observation from the other oracles, and they will try to build a report which hash value is below a target difficulty number, like in a proof of work protocol. The first node that finds a valid report becomes the leader for this round and broadcasts the valid report and the proof of work to the Oracle network. On receiving the valid report, each Oracle will verify the proof of work, will verify that the signature matches, and if everything is okay, the Oracle nodes reveal the clear observation to the leader. Once he has gathered a sufficient number of clear observations, the leader publishes the report to the smart contract. So, as we can see, this protocol is not subject to the freeloading attack, and it has a very low number of transactions, as there is only one transaction. Okay, let's have a look at the different components of our protocol. So we have a smart contract, C, that is responsible for 4 modules. First, the identity module. So it stores the identity of the oracles in the form of their public keys. The set of oracles is curated by an administrator. Then we have the proof of work module that verifies the proof of work of each report and is also responsible for adjusting the difficulty target number. By adjusting the difficulty target number, we can adjust the latency of the protocol. Then we have an incentive module that will calculate the payout for each oracle. And we have a reputation module which will maintain a reputation score for each oracle. Then we have the Oracle network, which is made of 3 algorithms. First, we have the daemon, which picks up new requests and instantiates observation gossip protocol and report mining protocol. Then we have the observation gossip protocol, that is used for sharing hash sign observation among the network, and the report mining protocol, which is the process that, like in a proof of work protocol, tries different organization of the report, hashes it until he finds a hash value that is below the target difficulty number. So let's move on to the conclusion. We have seen that the Oracle protocol solved the decentralized blockchain Oracle problem in a fully asynchronous environment. It is resistant to freeloading attacks, and it has a quite low latency and low operating cost. Moreover, it is resistant to as much as 1/3 of Byzantine process. In future work, we would like to increase the source variety, we would like to increase the Byzantine tolerance, and we would like to generalize our approach to arbitrary data. Thank you for your attention.